Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Hello guys, good morning. I want to storytelling about the importance of natural disaster mitigation. Before that, I want to introduce myself. My name is Muhammad Ilham, NPM G1B019052. I am from Bengkulu University. Okay, we go straight discussion. Disaster mitigation is very important for the community because in addition to science, the community can also directly help in terms of material and non-material so as to minimize the impact that occurs when experiencing a disaster. Reducing disaster risk can be done three practical steps. 1. Recognizing disaster-prone location. Recognizing disaster-prone location in an area is the earliest step to reduce the risk of natural disaster. The condition of the natural physical environment needs to be understood by the people who live in an area. The identification of disaster-prone areas plays an important role in reducing disaster risk. Remote sensing imagery or topographic maps or maps of the earth as well as the INRAS application recently launched by the National Disaster Management Agency can be use a tool to recognize of map disaster-prone areas so that disaster risk in these areas can be minimized as early as possible. Next, 2. Disaster mitigation. Mitigation is a medium-term and long-term effort to reduce or eliminate the impact of disaster before a disaster event. Mitigation can be done structurally or non-structurally. Structural mitigation is done by creating or strengthening means to reduce the impact of disaster, both naturally and with technical engineering. For example, structural mitigation for floods by building flood retaining embankment, raising building foundation house, making infiltration wells, and planting trees on river banks. Structural mitigation for landslide can be done among others by making that retaining sliding, reduce the load of the slope, strengthening the slope, smoothing drain on the slope, and greening the hilly slope area. Reforestation should use natural of native species of the region. The use of different species can increase the slope mass load, which can increase the likelihood of landslide. Non-structural mitigation is carried out by increasing the awareness and capacity of the community to face the threat of disaster. Regular socialization and disaster simulation are important to do with the hope that the community will have a culture of disaster awareness. Next, 3. Ready to anticipate disaster with the worst case scenario. For the purpose and analysis of the evolution of disaster, risk can be carried out by combining information of the greatest potential disaster and the potential impact it produces. The evolution of disaster risk in analysis by identifying the development of natural processes that occur and risk elements. Example, building, population, and productive land. On a temporal basis, after understanding the potential disaster risk, effort to prevent, mitigate, and improve disaster preparedness can be carried out in a more targeted manner. Historical data on disaster even can be used as initial guidance, but to anticipate the worst case scenario modeling should be done. Analysis of the result of the disaster modeling can then be verified by independent empirical evidence in the field. So, that hypothetical model that has been made can at least approach reality. Thank you. Okay, thank you for me. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.